welcome to Time with Tina. I am so excited. I have never done a book cover or book launch, and this is my first time doing it. I hope to do many more in the future. But let me start by announcing my book, A Secret Town. This is the first book and 5 volumes. It is a mystery novel, so for those of you who love mystery, this is the book for you. It has many things in it. It has many stories. I'll tell you what inspired me about it and why I choose to write this. But first, before I start talking about A Secret Town, I want to talk about my first book, Star Power. Star Power is my first book, and it's the first book I've written, and some of you have managed to buy it. Thank you so much for that support. And I've had family and buy it and friends. It received 4.5 stars on Amazon, and that's an amazing feat considering all of the complications and problems I had. You will not believe. I could write another book about the problems I had with Star Power in getting it done and the people I was working for. It was a pretty bad situation. And I can honestly say I love Star Power. It is my first book, probably my favorite book out of all of the books because it is my first book. But, oh God, it has so many complications. And if you have bought the book, I received praises for the book, but you have told me also that, there's a lot of mistakes and issues with the book. And there would have been even more than that if I had not had those mistakes corrected. Star Power really has been published 3 times. The first publication, which is probably the one that mostly everybody bought, has the most problems with it. The people I was working for, or the people that helped me publish it, weren't the best people at all. And a matter of fact, it had gotten so bad between me and this publishing company that I almost thought about suing. It took 16 months to write when it should have only taken 3. And that is because, in simpler terms, they were trying to sabotage the book. That's basically what they were trying to do. And so you've got that version of the one that they tried to put out and sabotage. So it has gone through many reinstructions, and it's never going to be where I want it to be because of the problems I've had with this publishing company and what they wrote about it. They've had page missing from, I could just name everything. Page missing, rewriting of people's names, just so much. I couldn't even catch all of the faultiness they've put into my book. But that is the version that is the first version that people probably got. Like I said, it's been redone twice already to get it where it needs to be, the version that I wanted to put out. But it is a wonderful book, probably the best book out of all of my books. And it's broke my heart that it was not what I wanted to be, not where I wanted it to go. But I still receive people saying that they enjoy the story. And that's good. That's always great. But I've learned so much from that time, many things from that time. And I've taken my time now in writing books and choosing who I want to write it. So with Star Power, it was a miss. But it became a hit for me, learning and going through the process of writing, knowing how to write I've gotten many advice. I've actually gone to class, and so to help my books to become better, because there's more to Star Power. Star Power is the first book in my Faith Ministry series. That is another series I'm writing. So I'm writing two series: Faith Ministry series and the Secret Town series. And so, without further ado, let me talk to you about A Secret Town. I am so happy to talk to you about A Secret Town. I think this book is going to be quite... I really do think people are going to like this book because it has a lot of mystery. It definitely has a lot of drama, but the drama is part of the mystery. And this is 5 values book. This is the first of 5 values. And the last value is where everything is going to come together. All of the mysteries will be solved. All of your questions may be answered. And I believe you are going to enjoy it. What inspired me, because a lot of people are probably shocked that I'm even writing books. You know, that's not the way people see me. They didn't even know that I have any inspirations of writing. You know, I didn't make that publicly known because writing was my secret pastime. It was something I enjoyed. I had been doing it for 30 years. Yes, 30 years. And no one quite knew this passion I've had, but in my spare time or when I'm feeling down or whatever, I would just write stories. I have a huge imagination. I've always been a quiet person and to myself. And in those times, my imagination ran away from me, and I started putting him down on paper. You know, about almost 20 years ago, I had a terrible fire. My husband and my daughter, she was just still a baby when this fire took place. But when we had that fire, a lot of things were burnt, and you know, the whole house was burned literally. There was nothing to salvage from that house. So a lot of my writing, because I had these books of just stories in them, a lot of those stories and everything perished in the fire. But I still remember them. I still remember them. And A Secret Town is little stories. They're like mini stories I've had. I still remember those mini stories I used to write. What happened is I remember those mini stories and I put them together and made one story with all those little stories. Created a place to put them, a town to put them, and their stories. And that's how I got A Secret Town. The biggest inspiration for The Secret Town is one of my favorite shows, Game of Thrones. If you can believe that. I was inspired by Game of Thrones. And of course, like many people, I could not stand the ending, could not bear the ending, because I watched that show relentless, and it inspired me actually to learn, actually taught me how to write a story. You know, how a character can be developed, how it can come, you know, how this story can transpire and inspire, and, you know, intriguing characters you love, characters you cheer for, characters you hate. I mean, there are literally characters on Game of Thrones where people used to write hate mail, you know, to some of these characters because they were just so good at being terrible. And people used to write hate mails to these characters, and I was like, wow. And I also learned from Game of Thrones how not to end a book, because the ending was just, it felt so incomplete. There was a lot of things that were not answered, and some of the character storyline just wasn't developed. I don't think they should have ended these characters the way they did. They were so important, dearly loved or dearly hated. They should have had a better ending than they did. And so I've learned that when I wrote A Secret Town. So it's a little bit of, I hope you do find some Game of Thrones in it a little bit. Just as far as families goes. It has a lot of families in A Secret Town. And my other inspiration for writing Secret Town is one of the things in the 80s. I was a teenager in the 80s. Yes, I was a teenager then. And one of my pastimes was watching soap operas. Now, this was when the soap operas was really good. You know, there was All My Children, One Life to Live, Guiding Light. I used to watch soap operas relentless. Matter of fact, I used to fake being sick so I could stay home and watch the soap operas because they were always during school time. And I was like, oh, something big is about to happen. I need to fake being sick or act like something's wrong so I could stay home just so I could watch these soap operas. And that's how badly my soap operas was back then. But I was inspired by the soap operas. And you might even find a little bit of soap opera in Secret Town. But like I said, it's part of the mystery, is having these stories. So that was my 2 inspirations for writing A Secret Town. And so let me just read the back of it to you, because I don't think I put the back of it on. Oh, wow, it's amazing how differently I see everything. Because I didn't put the basic story of it on Facebook or Instagram, but here it is. A Secret Town. Life is simple in a beautiful town of Donovan. Work hard, follow the rules, and everything will be freely given. But rules are meant to be broken. And the wealthy Anderson family knows all this too well. Seeds of secrets and lies are planted in every corner of Donovan and in every life it touched. For the town of Donovan is a secret in its own right. Can the people survive living in the secret town like Donovan? Or can Donovan survive the secretive lives of the people who live there? I hope that made it a little bit interesting for you. But yeah, Donovan is a town. And I won't get into too many things because I want you to buy it and read it. And please, people, this book is much, much better edited, formatted, and everything than my first book, Star Power. I worked with different people this time. I learned my lesson. But I really do hope you enjoy A Secret Town. Buy it and enjoy it. I think it's might be less price than the other book. It's $15 on Amazon. It's cheaper if you buy it on audio. And I have not done a hardcover for it, but I probably will do that in the future, depending on how things look and everything. But that is the gist of A Secret Town. I hope it's something that you would want to read. You know, I find writing to be very stimulating for me. You know, writing these stories, and they say that when people write books, it comes from situations they were involved in, or things that happened to them or happened to someone they know. Yes, it is. So even with a book like A Secret Town, it does have a little bit of reality to it, and it does have some imagination to it. It's up to you to decide. But actually, I did leave the biggest secret about the book out. And the biggest secret is something that's not going to be solved at the end. You know, when you get to volume 5, which I will have in a few years, God's willing. when you get to volume 5, like I said, everything will be revealed. All of the secrets and mystery will be revealed. But I didn't put the true secret of a secret town to be revealed. And that one, you will have to figure it out for yourself. What the true secret of that whole story, what it's truly about. And I hope that you would want to read it. It is the first volume. And I actually put at the end of the book the next volume that's coming up. It's called A Secret Town, The Beast of Donovan. And if you read the book, you'll know what that means. You'll know what that means. But there will be 5 volumes of this book. This is the first. There will be 5. And with my book, Star Power, that has at least about 10 volumes. And that book series is called Faith Ministry, and Star Power is my first. I actually finished writing the second of that series, which is an entirely different story. But as I said, I find it difficult to publish. You will not believe all that goes into publishing. It's not just writing a book, here, put it on Amazon and leave it at that. There's so much involved in writing, and that's why it's taken me longer than it should to get these books together. But I'm so happy to do it, and I hope, what I want my books to do is, more than anything, is to inspire people, to help. They're not self-help books, but I do hope that people are inspired by these books. And I am foremost a Christian writer. I write stories of Christian and faith and God and loving each other and loving your neighbor as itself, and also loving a romantic love, one of my favorites. And I hope that you can learn something from my books, because I enjoy writing it. I'll be writing for a long time. And as I said, this has been a secret hobby of mine for years. Not too many people know, but I think I still have a lot to learn. Like I said, I was heartbroken with Star Power, but I did learn a lot going through the nonsense I went through with it. And I hope you will buy the new Star Power, not the first one I put out. That is not what I want. I want the one that I really inspired to be out. That one. But A Secret Town is the one that I believe you're going to love. It's a mystery. It's for everyone. It's for everyone to enjoy. And I hope you do enjoy it. I thank you for spending time with me. This is my YouTube channel, Time with Tina. I've been on YouTube for a few months, but this is my first time back in months. I've been under the weather, going through some health problems, but I hope to have more content later in my series. You will be seeing more book launches on my channel, but this is the first, and I hope you enjoy Time with Tina, and I hope you read my book. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.